Guys, this is Edgar Martinez. He's a proud member of the Guild Bear, working to protect the Outlands from murderers, thieves, and monsters. With this build, I was just always thinking classic UO is mostly about nostalgia, and if there's anything that's truly nostalgic about UO going back to the 90s, it's being able to fight murderers unexpectedly in the open world. Alright guys, this is my Blood Arcane PvP hybrid build. As far as aspect, he's using Blood. Blood is going to give you a huge bonus to your stats. It's going to give you a damage bonus to creatures below 50% health. And it's going to apply a bleed effect to mobs as you attack them. All of which apply to this build perfectly. And for weapon, I went with Eldritch because I had Eldritch. I would recommend, if you're starting from scratch, to do Arcane instead, just to be getting your mana back through your Arcane Staff. But Eldritch is great. It gives you a mana pool, and it hinders when it hits. So it's a great aspect to have on your weapon. But because this build has meditation, I've used this build to raise different aspects because the weapon is less important than it would be normally if you had like Arcane and different links. But anyway, for skills, you got Arcane 100, Eval 100, Magery 100, Wrestling 100. All of those explain themselves. Alchemy 80, you have to have that to boost your stats up, to like 150 for strength and 90 for dexterity through the codex. Magic resist also gives you, mana refund chance, which is super helpful and for PvP. Meditation at 80. You don't normally have meditation on an arcane build, but this build is spreading around the PvP and the PVM, so you need the meditation honestly for both. And I have 80 focus. 80 focus will give you an 8% supplemental damage boost to PvP, so it's a little helpful there. And then it has enormous help for PVM. So for links, I went with meditation rate because that's what I had, and it's what I use on my other builds, and I really hate changing links around. You could easily do special aspect chance links here instead. That's kind of the meta for Arcane. But with the meditation links, I'm still able to get within the top 2 to 3 DPS in most of my boss runs. And then I'm not feeling like I have too much mana. It's actually pretty balanced. Next, I got damage to bleeding creature links. That's going to apply enormous amount of damage after that bleed effect is applied by your aspect. And for the last row, it's probably better to do Slayer links, but because I use this build to go everywhere in the game, I just chose the spell charge chance links, charge damage, just to cut through magic resist on mobs and just to have like bigger spell damage to apply bigger bleeds. But like I said, you could easily put Slayer links there instead and just focus on like one dungeon, farm the crap out of it. So in PvP, you're not 100% PvP, but you're pretty close. So if you're just patient, if you feel the guy out, wait for your staff to hit, drop a potion on him, and throw a combo, and you can tear him up, especially if he's thinking you're not going to fight. But, against a Dexer, same thing, but you're just going to have to kite, keep distance, try to get a good drop on him, and get him before he kites away and heals. PVM, this guy routinely gets in the top 5 of boss runs. He's really good on a boss run because he doesn't have to worry about not having parrying. He's just other people tank and he just nukes them. So he's a great character for boss runs, group content. Going down to level 4 Cavernum, you should get first in damage with the big group just because everyone else is taking all the bullshit and he's just dishing out the damage. So anyway, it's a good build to consider. I think for trying to do all things in the game, I would call this a meta build because it can truly do all things in the game: PvP, PvM, group content, solo content. So anyway, thank you.